Well, the rise of office to apartment conversions has grown over 350% in just 3 years, according to data from RentCafe, largely due to lifestyle changes made during the pandemic. Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Dani Romero to break it down. Dani, the argument for so long has been that for these buildings, it doesn't make sense from a cost perspective to convert from offices to apartments. Is that calculation starting to shift a bit?
Completely. I mean, we're seeing it in the numbers, and I will have to highlight that it's been a slow process, but the big push to convert office buildings to residential housing is working. There are more than 55 office buildings to residential conversions that are in the pipeline across the country. The biggest chunk is actually coming from Washington, D.C., with more than 58 housing conversions. Then is New York with more than 52 housing conversions, then Dallas, Chicago, Los Angeles to follow. So this is positive news on the housing front. But the total amount of housing conversions really is a drop in the bucket compared to the rest of the market. So if we look at, for example, 25 Water Street, it's a 22-story building in the financial district in Manhattan. That will be converted to more than 1,200 housing units. But that one building represents 24% of New York City's conversion pipeline, which really further highlights the slow process to roll all of this out. Other data from New York City also shows that 46 buildings are part of this conversion program, and only 4 have gotten started so far. So definitely it's been a slow process. Akiko?
So, Dani, I have to ask then, why aren't there more conversions so that you don't have this empty space sitting here while you have these very expensive leases?
The simple answer is that commercial buildings are not really designed with the intent for residential living. A lot of these buildings will need major structural changes, and that will be a hefty price tag for investors, developers. Another factor to the equation to really think about when we're thinking about this in further terms is that a lot of multifamily supply will be hitting the market this year. So whether or not that will impact these programs, these plans to convert office buildings to residential housing, we'll have to wait and see if there is any impact there. But it's also really important to note that the federal government has provided $46 billion in stimulus for housing conversion. So there really is a lot of incentive now to do all of these changes.
Indeed, we'll continue to track that. Appreciate you as always, our very own Dani Romero.